from wax and scripture, from whispered psalms and rebel blood. But fire climbed the wooden rafters and stained the saints in crimson mud. The bells were wild above the embers. The choir fractured into cries. I held your hand through falling cinders and watched our heaven cauterize. No one saves the ones who hunger. No one cools the holy flame when desire becomes a funeral. We are never left the same. Ashes in the chapel, ashes in my lungs. Your kiss became a blade of smoke upon my tongue. Ashes in the chapel, angels black with fire. We were made of prayer and ruin, grief and dark desire. When the roof came down around us, still I heard your sacred name in the ruin of devotion. Love survived inside the flame. Organ groans through smoke and sparks. Strings rise like wings in the dark. The pews were lined with melted candles. The marble split beneath our feet. Yet in the blaze your face was royal, pale and fierce and bittersweet. Outside the storm devoured the graveyard. Inside the rafters wept with gold. I wrapped your shadow around my shoulders against the cold that fire could not hold. Let the thunder bless the wreckage. Let the heavens choke on dust. We were never born for mercy, only beauty, ashes Snow falls through the ruined cloister, pale as sorrow, sharp as glass. Candles shake before the statues as the winter angels pass. candle, one last sigh. Snow climbs the battlements tonight. White banners sleep in polar wind. I stand where ravens left their rings, a widow robed in frost and skin. Its throne remembers iron hands. I learned to smile in courts of ice, to bleed with grace at stern commands. Your crown still waits beside the spear, half buried in a drift of pearl. And every star above the keep looks down upon a ruined world. I was the vow behind your wars, the psalm beneath your final breath. Now winter treads my silver hair. streams rise like aurora. Let the toms roll under snow. I am the last light in the stronghold, the calm before the glaciers close. Ivory widow of the north, crown my heart with polar thorns. From the pale hall to the wolf-lit plain, I bear a sorrow without shame. Ivory widow of the north, my winter soul still marches on. Dawn freezes red on the shields below. I breathe, and all the ramparts glow. Black water trembling under stars, a silver feather drifts to me. The reeds bow low like widowed choirs, guarding the lake of memory. I came with pearls of midnight rain and morning silk around my skin, where swans once traced your secret vows before the winter settled in. The shoreline wore a crown of frost, the pines were statues carved in blue, and every ripple held the shape of all I could not bury of you. The water knows what I became, a vow unkept, a breath delayed. It pulls my shadow to the deep, where love and grief are overlaid. On the lake of the veiled swan, I call your phantom till the dawn. Through mist and marble, hearted tide, I keep the ache you left inside. On the lake of the veiled swan, my faith is pale, but not withdrawn. White wings in darkness, echoes below. The moon bends over water and woe. The oars of absence crossed my ribs. The with orchard fire. The mirrors breathe a fevered smoke and draw me nearer to desire. My lace, the candlelight on crimson walls turned every sin to sacred grace. The violins were silken knives, the bass line like a hidden bite, while under all the gilded dark, the drums prepared the bloom of night. Sweet ruin dripping from the cup, soft poison in a royal vein. I kiss the edge of what destroys and call that longing by your name. Velvet venom right, pour through my veins tonight. Wrap me in your fatal bloom, crown the dark inside this room. Velvet venom right, burn slow under candlelight. Silk over thunder, wine over scars. Desire is poison, blacker than stars. Your phantom leaned against the glass, a palace wound in black perfume. The choir rose behind my breath like roses opening in a tomb. I danced where broken goblets shone, through smoke and silver serpent shine, and every guitar pulse beneath became a second heart of mine. If beauty kills, then let it kill, with velvet hands and scarlet art. I will not flee the jewel blade that writes its hunger through my heart. Velvet venom right, pour through my veins tonight. Wrap me in your fatal bloom, crown the dark inside this room. Velvet venom right, burn slow under choirs bloom in decadent shadows. Strings coil under fevered skin. I am the altar and the offering, the wound that invites you. Velvet venom right, keep me dangerous and bright in the crimson palace air. Make temptation sound like prayer. Velvet venom right, seal me in your dust tonight. The mirrors cloud, the candles lean, and leave me tasting the unseen. The dying flame rode on the wall in trembling gold before the fall. hours pass. The room was rich with bitter rose, and every curtain hid a close. My pulse moved slow beneath the ache. One last word can cut so deep. One last vow can ruin sleep. In the dark, the ink still glows like a wound that never closed. Read the letters of the flame. Every line repeats your name. Through the sorrow, through the smoke, hear the tender things we broke. Read the letters of the flame. Choirs breathe through crimson air. Empty frames are everywhere. I trace the cracks across the pane as thunder stitched the sky with pain. The garden died without a sound, but ashbourne lilies crowned the ground. I wore their perfume into night. Nothing soft survives unchanged. Nothing loved remains unstained. Still the hidden ember stayed warm against the fear I made. Read the letters of the flame. Every line repeats your name. Through the sorrow, through the smoke, hear the tender things we broke. Read the letters of the flame. Let the violins open the scar. Let the black sky gather near. Let my heart confess without mercy. Read the letters of the flame. I am not the same again. In the ruins of our light, I become the voice of light. Read the letters of the flame. Paper embers drift away, yet your fire remains. Red light through the ruined window, thunder crawling on the spire. In the crimson chapel shadows, grief is dressed in sacred fire. Blood red roses on the altar, black silk trailing down the stairs. I can taste your name in incense. I can hear it in the prayers. Every statue leans in warning. Every candle bends and cries as the storm devours the ceiling and the saints close marble eyes. There is fever in the organ. There is wrath beneath the choir. Every heartbeat strikes like metal. Every longing climbs higher. Crimson chapel burn around me. Let your holy darkness crown me. In the fire I become more than dust, more than numb. Crimson chapel fierce and aching. Hear the stained glass heavens breaking. If I bleed, then let it show. Love is all the dead can know. Lightning on the arches, black wings over scarlet stone. Graveyard rain on iron lilies, thunder in the buried bells. I have kept your secret fever where the deepest shadow dwells. Through the nave of broken angels, through the smoke of old regrets, I am chasing your reflection that the dawn cannot forget. When the storm becomes my witness, when the dark begins to sing, I can feel your ghost awaken in the ruin of everything. Crimson chapel burn around me. Let your holy darkness crown me. In the fire I become more than dust, more than numb. Crimson chapel fierce and aching. Hear the stained glass heavens breaking. If I bleed, then let it show. Love is all the dead can know. Tear the veil and flood the heavens. Let the choir cry my sin. In the ashes of devotion, I will let the night begin. Crimson chapel, still you claim me. Through the grief you still inflame me. Every wound a burning throne, every prayer a sharpened bone. Crimson chapel never ending. In your dark I'm still ascending. Blood and thunder, star and flame, I return to you the same. Scarlet candles drown in midnight. Thunder leaves me at your door. Tolling bells beneath the blood-red sky. Velvet dusk on shattered thrones of stone. A whisper walks through incense and ash and calls my buried name back home. and every vow, a halo forged from grief and ancient blame. The court knelt down in candle fading silence, while serpents coiled around my silver name. The roses blackened in the crystal vases, the angels turned their faces from the flame, and in the mirror of the obsidian altar I saw a queen that sorrow could not tame. Hear the choir rise like morning thunder, hear the iron heavens open wide. Every sin I sealed inside the crown wakes tonight and asks to be revived. Crown of the damned, burn over me, reign through the dark in fatal majesty. I am the wound and the royalty, chained to the night by destiny. Crown of the damned, shine cold and grim, sing through the dust with a funeral hymn. If love must die to make me whole, then let this cursed gold rule my soul. Strings tremble like a moonlit blade, distant choirs drift through ruined air, piano falls in ghost white droplets, and the shadows kneel in prayer. The blood moon hangs above the broken battlements, its scarlet mercy spilling on the dead. I walk alone through corridors of judgment, with thorned remembrance woven through my head. Each step resounds like fate across the marble, each breath a vow the dying cannot keep. I kiss the ring of ruin and devotion, and wake the ancient hunger from its sleep. Let the organ shake the vault of silence, let the drums descend like hallowed wars. Every tear I cast into the darkness comes back dressed in ceremonial scars. Crown of the damned, burn over me, reign through the dark in fatal majesty. I am the wound and the royalty, chained to the night by destiny. Crown of the damned, shine cold and grim, sing through the dust with a funeral hymn. If love must die to make me whole, then let this cursed gold rule my soul. No savior waits beyond the iron veil, no dawn forgives the debts beneath my skin. But in the blaze of this unholy splendor, I find the strength to wear my ruin. Rise, choirs of the fallen, rise, lift me where the dark stars shine. If I must wear the end of kingdoms, shadow into maze. Your memory tightened around my throat. Every link was made of loss. Every touch became a cross. Yet beneath the iron weight, something fierce refused its fate. Chains around the sunless soul. Do not keep me from the hole. I will drag my heart through fire. I will lift it ever higher. Chains around the sunless Choirs hum through rust and stone. Guitars grind like midnight moans. I saw the black river divide, where all my fallen angels cry. Their wings were torn, their eyes were clear, their beauty sharpened by their fear. They taught me how to bear the dark. Pain can forge a brighter blade in the tomb where dreams are laid. From the silent sparks arise, burning through my sleeping eyes. Chains around the sunless soul. Do not keep me from the hole. I will drag my heart through fire. I will lift it ever higher. Chains around the sunless Let the iron sing against the choir. Let the wound become desire. Let the soul outlive the chains around the sunless soul. Break and leave the spirit whole. Through the thunder, through the scars, I reclaim my buried stars. Chains around the sunless One last echo, one last spark, and the chain dissolves in dark. Snow falls on iron fields where broken standards sway. The moon is pale above the spears of yesterday. A distant bell is trembling through the frost and smoke, as if the dead still whisper through the vows they broke. I the black banner over me tonight. Let it burn against the falling white. If love must die where kingdoms fade, then crown my heart inside the blade. Through bitter winds and scarlet skies, I keep your shadow in my eyes. Raise the black banner, let heaven see. There is no dawn that will not carry me. Choirs ascend like morning fire. Strings weep beneath the drums. Your memory rode beside me in the breath of midnight steel. A phantom hand upon my chest, too cold and sharp to heal. The trumpets of the north were lost inside the gathering storm. Yet in the ruin of the world, your grief became my form. The stars are dim above the slain, but still I call your hidden name. Raise the black banner over me tonight. Let it burn against the falling white. If love must die where kingdoms fade, then crown my heart inside the blade. Through bitter winds and scarlet skies, I keep your shadow in my eyes. Raise the black banner, let heaven see. There is no dawn that will not carry me. If I descend through frost and flame,
I will not kneel, I will not change,
the dark may take my flesh and breath.
but not the